was.
It wasn't. It don't feel recent.
I think they said it was like right after SummerSlam, if I'm not mistaken.
It it feel longer than whatever the fuck we thinking.
Right.
Like I get not trying to promote her as much, so like once like she get out there to the Paris crowd, like she was gonna get some reaction, but she didn't go against Naomi, so I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But still, why is she off of TV then?
And
Io
that's
Sky got to defend herself in a storyline with her and Rhea Ripley.
and that's kind of my huge gripe and why I'm kind of somewhat terrified of her winning the title, because I'm almost getting like it's going to be a repeat of what we saw happen with Io's title reign, where we really don't get to see her on weekly TV. She'll maybe defend it once or twice on a pay-per-view, then she's going to drop it to whatever the next big act is. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but I mean, like I said, we just got a prime example of Io Sky's most recent title reign.
I get that the whole thing with Naomi and them together, bro, but it's like there's no reason to take her off of television. Even if she don't get the gold, like fuck it. But there's no way in hell the fan perception that she getting that she should be off of the television. And on live events only, if that's what they doing, is insane work. Cause why are we only putting on live shows? She should be one of the motherfuckers that we showing like she Cody Rhodes, low key.
And I feel like that's kind of what their issue is that they don't book the women the same way men's title reigns are booked, where it's like, we do see them very often.
Exactly.
And like I said, that's kind of always been my huge complaint. Like I've said that so many times, is that I feel like we don't see enough of the women when they are champions on that side. But, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because same thing we kind of argue with AEW from time to time. What's up, Chris? My boy LC.
What's going on?
Not much, just chatting about this most recent week about wrestling, all the news we got, covering that type of stuff.
Yeah.
How you feeling about everything?
My boy Dirty Dom got it finally.
Yeah, that was some huge shit. Him winning that Triple A title.
It only hurts my heart that this nigga did it with the help of El Grande Americano. I'm sorry.
It makes sense. Because who else right now?
So I saw somebody say now on Twitter, and they were like, but you got to think at the end of the day, it's in his name. Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Yeah. He's always going to do some dirty tactic to get a cheap win.
One thing about the El Grande is, for some reason, they go find a way to help pretty much anybody that's under that other banner. So, I mean, it works out. Plus, they got a little history together, so we can see a good match out of that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, don't let that take away from the fact that they still got top stars. They just need to be promoted on the show a little bit better. I mean, use everybody all the way around. Right now, you really got a decent lineup to really go against each other in different, like, Worlds Collide situation. I wanted to see, like, TNA, they could probably did something with that. That shit would have been cool. But even then, you still get multiple wrestlers that have wrestled in each of those promotions that did something pretty big. Like, they was just touching on the whole Pence and Ray Phoenix situation. So, Ray Phoenix had held the Mega Champion before, but Penta has held the Impact World Championship. But you can also go back as far as they holding titles within both of those sets. But now it's going to be like who's who going between each other for whoever wins their first World Championship.
LC, getting into this, because since you went on the 1 year episode and everything, I want to ask you, what's one of your favorite moments so far through our 1 year doing this?
Favorite moment so far? I mean, when we actually all locked in for real and actually started seeing the growth in the channel, it was like a overnight snap. Everybody was pretty much convinced, like, all right, we going in the right direction. Like, we know we doing something here that's not just like are we just doing this just because it's actually, it's something organic happening. We're not forcing any content. We're not forcing people to try to like this and that. Nobody or pretty much anybody is gonna like what a lot of people have to say when it comes down to a lot of things. But I mean, when you're in the right company and with the right people, it's always pretty much just like the right move. I can honestly say, yeah, it's like what we really start taking everything serious about our fourth month in, start really honing in on the channels and everything. Now we got
Yeah, no, I definitely
merch
say after
and
September we definitely tuned in
yeah,
a little bit more.
yeah, everything is it's starting to go in the right direction. That's the main part about it.
Who now getting into the first segment and everything, it comes from something that we are familiar with. When we first was starting off this podcast and everything, we did a random game of who is the wrestling version of an artist. Now, Bray, you had one that kind of went off on YouTube and Instagram when we you said Kanye West and CM Punk are the same, like got the same type of alter
Mm-hmm.
ego. So, due to a year of that and everything, we are gonna do that. So, I'm gonna pull up this wheel of random artists. First artist I say, y'all try to think of the first wrestler that come to your mind. All right. Who is the wrestling version of Lil Uzi?
Of who?
Wrestling version of what is
Of
Of
Lil
Uzi.
Uzi. Yep, a Lil Uzi.
Oh.
it kind of
Hmm.
falls in that probably Leo Rush.
Mm,
About the closest I can think.
Yeah, I could
yeah.
see that, I
You only
guess.
get a few people. Yeah, there's only a few people that see themselves as a rock star slash rapper. I
I
mean,
Jay Uso.
I was gonna kind of argue Javon Evans maybe a little bit.
See,
yeah, yeah. I
Like
was
I
thinking
kind of wanted to
Javon at
say, but at the
first.
same time, I was like, I also like don't see it with
But
Javon.
I
he
was
he
gonna
don't
say
got
that,
the
and that was gonna be my
this fan
same
base
fucking
wise yet.
reasoning, bro. Damn, bro, John, nigga. We,
Yeah, it's like once
this
he get the fan
this
base, it's a
entire
good
year of
chance he
podcasting,
can.
nigga, we've been locked in like a motherfucker, gang. Cause I swear to God, I thought Lil Uzi, and I thought Lil Uzi, and I was like, Javon Evans kind of got a flow like that, but at the same time, he don't. Like the nigga, he
Yeah, it's
groovy,
something
but like
else.
he ain't Lil Uzi groovy. Like the nigga just
and,
like he talk his shit, but he can back it up too.
and I'm sorry, I can't help you on that one.
See, bro, I give you that one fair. That one fair.
I I got one for you. Who's the wrestling version of Marvin Gaye?
Marvin Gaye, damn.
Oh,
Because we doing too much 21st century shit. We need to take it back.
Nigga, the wheel chose this, not me. Hell, you acting like I chose, like I just did artists. I just
No,
did
that's what I'm saying.
references.
We're gonna go out the back. I could have said R. Kelly, but I didn't. I said Marvin Gaye.
First off, Vince
Yeah,
McMahon. You thought I was
you went
gonna
way back.
back on that
Nah,
nigga?
Diddy and Vince McMahon more along the lines of each other, or the allegations that they had on Bill Cosby. But that's just
Oh,
allegations.
Shit, all right, John
Jesus.
Laurinaitis, nigga. John Laurinaitis,
Oh
that one.
God. Oh God.
You
yeah.
thought
Oh
I was
man.
gonna double? You thought I wasn't gonna double down? You see
No,
this
hey, I'm
dropkick
always
militia shirt
expecting a
on?
double
You knew I
down.
was finna raise the bar.
He said John
Still trying to
Laurinaitis.
think like
Who?
Marvin Gaye.
Like who that smooth? I would think like
Billy Gunn. freak ass nigga, but also had some good ass moments.
They putting him in
Nah,
DLC,
gang,
which
I
is
don't see that one
actually
at all. I'm
funny.
sorry.
You said
Flamboyant as
Billy Gunn.
hell.
I don't see that one
Everybody
at all,
thought he was
gang.
low key gay.
Billy Gunn.
They ain't go out the same though. I don't
Ah,
know.
probably like Rick Rude or Scott Hall. No, Razor Ramon. Scott Hall. Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon and Marvin Gaye. Ain't nobody think.
I was saying, see, I would have gave you Rick Rude, but yeah, definitely not Razor.
Yeah. Hell, I would even say Velveteen Dream a little bit.
Yeah, we don't like to
Low-key.
bring up that name.
And you're talking
Wait, that
about
nigga.
me with the R. Kelly stuff.
Wait a minute. You said R. Kelly, but you finna jump on my ass too? That's crazy, gang.
Hey,
No, no,
hey,
no. No, not you,
Velveteen
not you. I
and
understand
Dream.
your crash out.
R.
I'm talking
Kelly.
about Mr. Wild motherfucker over here.
No, I was gonna say something. I was like, hey, like you better be talking about him.
I was gonna say your shit valid. Yo nigga, you wildin' is valid.
I'm gonna say if you say R. Kelly, I'm gonna shriek R. Kelly. He like the Godfather, man.
Oh yeah,
Right?
you got it right on the head. The
You know,
Godfather intention.
The fucking
yeah.
Godfather. I'm
That's the
deceased.
best.
Oh God.
Wow,
I
I
would say
can
that might be one of the
imagine them
best
coming
answers we
out to
did
that.
got. That might be rivaling the podcast I gave. Fuck, that's good.
Shit, bro. You want one of these brownies, gang?
No, I'm straight. You got a drink though?
Oh yeah. Who? Alright, Chris, name another one.
Okay, Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Oh man.
So I think we got to pick like a child. We got to pick somebody who was a prodigy but still a problem child.
uh, it. Well, young Randy was kind of in that position, but he was also like not too much of a good guy. Even though they was trying to promote it as that, then they kind of let him lean into that bad side. Justin, on the other hand,
What about
he
old
had.
day Christian?
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Or Dash and Cody.
Yeah, yeah.
Dash
Shit,
and Cody's definitely a good
Ziggler.
ass one. I was thinking Ziggler a little bit.
Dolph. Man,
Justin Bieber though?
definitely
I
on
said a
that.
little bit. That's why I was saying a little bit. I was like, I don't know. I don't see that. I feel like I can compare. I feel like I can compare like Dolph Ziggler to some other artists.
But when I
Yeah,
think of
he can
Justin
get
Bieber,
away
I'm
with
thinking about somebody who is young and popped off, and everybody loved him and could do no wrong. And then they kind of got in a little bit later and everything, and they was like, "All right, this motherfucker kind of wilding or whatever." And then came back in and was like a softy face of a motherfucker. I'm thinking of somebody like
like Dirty Dom currently. This is current run. It's Justin Bieber. Like,
his start wasn't shit like Justin Bieber's. Hell, I'd say
hey, his star was like, okay, this is the race sign. You know, we're gonna see how this goes. We know how his story was
Yeah,
kind of
but
going
Justin
when
wasn't
he
a
first was
nepo baby.
introduced.
That was a Justin. That was the thing though. Justin was like he came
And,
from just like a normal family. So like I'm trying to think like of somebody like who
Justin
came into
was
the
made
industry
in a
hot
lab.
as fire.
It was like we're gonna give you all
CM
the
Punk,
abilities of singing there.
well,
Jeff
Sami
Hardy.
Zayn.
No,
Nah.
Sammy,
Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Sammy
I guess
having a
Sami Zayn
Justin
kind of does
run.
fit that mold.
yeah. Both Canadians. Shit.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Sammy started wearing a green jacket, and everybody's like, "All right, this motherfucker wild." Justin Bieber had a Ellen type of buzz cut and had tank tops on all the time.
Not a Ellen buzz cut, bro.
That that's what it did look like. Justin Bieber looked like he would have been a stud when he had that. Respectfully, all
Oh man,
love
I
to
can
Justin
only
Bieber.
imagine the clips of that itself. They just gonna clip
I'm
that
gonna
one
make the
part.
clip. I'm gonna be real with you.
It gonna be
I'm gonna I'm gonna make the clip. I'm gonna be behind the editing of it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like that's an
just
exclusive.
Oh,
just
I'm in
the
fucking
8 seconds
tears.
of that part. He said, "I can see Justin being a stud." That's it.
Man,
That's where the clip
what about
gonna
like a
end.
group that What about a group that resembles a faction?
Oh, the Beatles.
Oh, the Beatles.
I was gonna say like who represent like clips in wrestling.
Hmm.
Hmm. Dudley Boys.
The Dudley
Yeah,
Boys.
I can see that.
Hard hitting, in your face,
Yeah.
ain't
I,
scared of confrontation,
I was thinking like
get down with
FTR
the big
too,
dogs.
FTR as well because I'm
That's
like,
fair.
Who's
That's fair.
your?
FTR.
Let's see. Who's the Wu Tang Clan? Do you guys remember them?
ooh, it's
Wu
got to be like
Tang.
Bullet Club, but like which iteration of Bullet Club is more of the question, I guess.
Mm.
The most noticeable iteration has to be when AJ came in for real, because we didn't really know where he was going with the whole TNA aspect of things. Like, if anybody recalls Longwood version, yeah, around that time it was like, all right, we kind of see he falling definitely out of TNA for sure. Then
I'm
it's
gonna be
like,
real
just
with
to
you.
randomly show up and be the main guy, the guy that's on top of the world for that. It's more so like, all right, it happens, but it wasn't really expected. They was really already planning on him just going to WWE and starting out over there.
It's the Bloodline gang. I'm not gonna lie to you. I sat on that for too long. Wu Tang for
Roman?
everybody, Bloodline was for everybody. You had motherfuckers that wasn't even old enough to really understand what's going on, putting the motherfucking one up.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
that's
Yeah,
Once you
you're
can
right.
connect with the
Yeah,
motherfucking
yeah,
kids,
that's
once you can
WWE
get
wise.
everybody in this bitch to throw a one up, and you the nigga I'm supposed to hate. I go into WrestleMania the bad guy, but once we get there, everybody got to acknowledge I'm walking in this bitch. Everybody
Right.
stand up because they know some shit gonna go down to where either I'm gonna lose this bitch tonight or you gonna be another name on my fucking list.
I mean, that's pretty much the same thing with the Bullet Club. Everybody gonna throw up a two sweet,
But
like,
it's too
yeah,
many iterations of
yeah.
them niggas. I'm
I mean,
sorry.
even before the NWO, they was already doing the same thing in Japan. So it's like, yeah, like, yeah, the bloodline is new and fresh, but it's also
I guess we'll have to leave that
it's
one
its
up
own
to like
thing,
the
but it's
fans to
also the
decide. Like we
same
can make that
thing.
a little poll or debate this type of shit. Have people decide on it. Bullet
Bloodline or
Club
Bullet
versus
Club,
the
Roman's bloodline or AJ's version, or hey, pretty much whichever version they plan on going with. You got
Who the
some that might say
NWO
solo.
arrest? No, I'm sorry, the NWA wrestling.
The NWA of wrestling probably
Man, that was like
Nation
back
of
the
Domination.
NWA wrestling, man. You go back to the ECW, man, the gangsters.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Can't even argue that
You know,
Very, very controversial. Really ready to go on things.
for the
right?
streets. They wasn't meant for everybody, but if you was from that, you understood it.
I ain't
Exactly.
gonna lie to you.
And I gotta agree. Okay, so if we going with that, who the death row?
Ooh.
Damn.
Evolution.
APA.
Mm.
Bradshaw arm with Suge Knight.
It's just pure.
That clothesline to hell, boy. You know I love
That's
the clothesline to hell. To watch
that's good.
somebody be turned
Fuck, that's
inside and
too
them
good.
without
That's
their
good, gang.
own, like them doing it themselves, like, yeah, you can sell a move all day long. But he's making you literally turn inside out. He like, no, just stand there, don't do nothing. Whole body
The,
just,
the
god
thing about it
damn,
is,
just
it
like,
pissed me off because it caught on to me so slow. I'm like,
oh yeah, you know, you got to be quicker
you
with that, bro. You know, I'll be on
see.
that one.
That shit took me the fuck out.
I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. That's good. That's good.
But hey,
But
I'm not
I
lying.
think
Suge Knight is
I'm not gonna lie
he's
to you.
known
That's
for doing some
evolution.
devious things. Rico, on
Evolution
the
the
other
main event
hand,
mafia.
yeah, that's your Dr. Dre. He's like, you're just gonna hang around, make sure everything go right, but he got his boy back up until it's time for them to split up.
Nah, it's main event mafia. Sting was Dr. Dre. Kurt Angle was Ice Cube. MC Ren was Kevin Nash. I forgot the other nigga name, but he was.
Nigga, that's NWA.
No, wait, no. I'm sorry. Yeah, nah.
Ro was Dre,
Ro
Pac.
was
Yeah,
I'm
Dre,
sorry.
Pac, Snoop, Suge.
No, wait, you right. I'm still gonna keep Dr. Dre as
I mean,
Sting. Kurt Angle
technically,
would have been Suge.
yeah, they
Tupac
had a
would have
lot of
been
different little iterations.
Samoa Joe.
Mm.
Yeah, Tupac would have been Samoa Joe. He when he was younger and shit like that. He still kind of had like still his name to build up in TNA, even though
Right.
he
Yeah,
did
yeah,
have
you're
some
right.
bad
Yeah.
matches to
I
begin
feel
with.
you there.
Damn, who was the other motherfucker they had on fucking Death Row? Didn't they have NC Hammer at motherfucking Death Row?
Hell no.
I
It
s-
just Suge
I was
robbed
gonna
that
say
nigga.
what?
No, no, no. They weren't having nobody that was all them baggy pants and too legit to quit on death row. No.
I'm about to
Hold up,
say
I got.
these the same
I
dudes
know I'm not
that be
doing that.
easy.
Nah, nigga, you're thinking of when Suge robbed him and stole the rights to Vanilla Ice. That's what you're thinking of.
Which is
That nigga
also
was
like,
never part of
I
Death
bro,
knew I
Row.
wasn't tripping.
they cannot
The
talk
nigga
about
was signed
today's
to
day
Death
and
Row in
age when this was what
1995.
was going
But
on with
didn't
him.
release any music on the label. You have to
No,
keep
Yeah,
that in mind.
I
Kingpin.
know. That's what I'm saying. Wait until y'all hear the nigga that I'm gonna say. Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff. Hear me out. When the nigga was doing shit, the nigga had the world on fire. Then the nigga fell off. Then he came back into the game trying to do some shit and just stayed in the background. Eric Bischoff TNA run was literally immortal, trying to get in with the main event mafia. A picture with Hulk Hogan in the middle of a ring disappeared.
Nah, I'm
And he
sorry,
said
gang. I
sometimes
still don't see
You
that one.
seriously?
I'm sorry, because Eric Bischoff was a lot more involved in TNA than just that, my nigga. Hammer didn't do shit on Death Row. Nigga, I didn't even know he was signed to Death Row because nobody gave a fuck about him being signed to Death Row. Them niggas cared about Pac because Pac was popping shit at that time.
Nigga, nobody on that label got recognition when Pac dropped. Let's be for real. Even Snoop Dogg, after the Doggy Style album, I get it. But
didn't Doggy Style come out after Pac was gone already?
I don't think so.
I think it
Was
did.
Oh no, Pac was gone in '96.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I think Doggy Style came out after that.
I think it came up before that.
Was it?
I think.
1993.
Okay, it was 93.
Like after that shit, for real, Snoop Dogg was in the background and shit like that. Because no matter what it was, Dre and Pac, if it was Pac and whoever, the shit was gonna slap and it was gonna be on everybody's radio station.
Yeah, but you also got to consider the thing is Pac didn't join Death Row until what? 94, 95? At that point, he would have still been in jail.
Right?
Which he was popping shit at that time.
Right.
But Snoop was still doing his shit on Death Row around that time. Cause that's the thing, you got to think, Pac was only with Death Row for so long. I don't even think he dropped an album when he was alive with Death Row. Because All Eyes on Me didn't come out until after he was already gone.
And that was like probably
Yeah.
one of the best albums for me for Tupac.
Yeah, it dropped after he died. Because he had did like all the photo shoots, all the shit for it. And then he died like right before it would have dropped.
Damn, I didn't
And that's one of his
know that
best
shit was.
albums.
That was when that nigga was gone.
Yeah, I'm like positive about that one for sure, Ski.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
didn't Biggie have one just like that?
Yeah,
Was it like Ready to Die, like some shit like?
Yep.
I know it was some.
yeah, that literally was. Yeah, Ready to Die. It would have dropped, I think, like literally a couple months afterward. And I just looked it up. No. So For Your Eyes Only would have dropped like literally 5 months before Pac would have got shot.
Damn.
Like, it would have dropped that February and he would have died that September.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That shit's crazy. But I was just going to ask, like, who would be the Pac of wrestling?
Young and talented, gone too soon.
I don't think necessarily gone too soon, but it's like he didn't really get to show his strive in the game because of some unfortunate act. And I was kind of thinking like Stone Cold. Just that like instant fire. Then it was almost kind of gone like overnight in a way. Just because he like kept getting injured and he ended up just leaving.
But when Stone Cold was out in that motherfucking ring, he was stone fucking cold.
You ain't gonna say Pac wasn't out here literally having niggas tweaking?
Here's the thing though. You can still at this age see stone fucking cold. You can't see. You gotta go and look up shit for Tupac.
Yeah, but can it be argued the niggas is doing the same for Stone Cold? They're not watching like current day Stone Cold shit. They're watching the older matches. They're watching the shit from WWF, the Attitude Era.
But even then, think about it. If you look it up right now, just because I don't fully know right now, when did Stone Cold get into WWE and when did he leave that motherfucker? Because if we comparing how long each person was doing what they was doing, I think it's a decent gap from Tupac and Stone Cold. I'm not saying fully. I'm just saying a decent amount, a chunk of shit. Because
I'm trying to think what year he did with WWE. Was it 90?
Stone Cold was done 2009, wasn't he?
I think he was done sooner than that.
Nah, he was done 2004.
You sure?
That's when he stepped away, but he kept coming back after that, doing like little shit. But he fully stepped away in like 2004.
Let me look that up real quick, just because I dead ass don't even know.
I don't know why 2009 stuck in my head about him.
I'm trying to. What did he do at 2009? I'm pretty sure he did do something major at that WrestleMania. I'm just trying to think.
Okay, so this Austin 316 was in 1996. He retired in 2003.
Okay, so
Tupac run.
Tupac run would have been from like 92 to 96. Or just about then.
And you said All Eyes on Me was
96.
When he died.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Which to me is his best album.
Oh, 100% is his best album. Though, as I get older, I will say I have started to appreciate Machiavelli a lot more. That album is very good. But nah, All Eyes on Me is definitely his fucking Mona Lisa for sure ski.
Okay, so Google say he started rapping in 1987.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't really
passed in.
I would say, but he didn't blow until like 92.
Exactly, and Stone Cold the same way.
And that's kind of why I make that connection. Cause I was like, you got to think Stone Cold kind of came in and really didn't do shit until he went to ECW and kind of rebuilt himself. Then jumped over to WWE. Kind of the same thing happened with Pac.
And you cooking. I ain't stopping you. This is why I'm saying it's not. And my personal opinion, why I think it's somebody else. The reason why is because I feel like Stone Cold and Tupac, these are the two things they had in common. When they was out and about, they was the number one hardest thing, out in the world. When Stone Cold, niggas who didn't even watch wrestling knew who the fuck Stone Cold Steve Austin was. There was no way in the world that you didn't know who the fuck Tupac was. I'm sorry. California Love, everybody played that shit.
California Love, he had all those fucking movies.
Like, he had more songs than that, but I'm just saying at this specific time when he did California Love, that shit played everywhere I heard. I wouldn't have lied for that shit. But when I asked my OGs about it and everything like that, that song everybody turned the fuck up to. It didn't matter if you're white, black, or anything.
Man,
It's
the
the
song
same with
still
Stone
pipes
Cold
up
Steve
to it
Austin.
still pipes up today if you're out somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's just like the aesthetic of actually being out and about and you knowing you can see Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really see Tupac for real like that because his shit was cut short.
That's
I'm gonna
fair.
compare it to I would compare it to Test. I'm gonna be real with you, and here's why. Here's why. Hear me out. When Test was in wrestling, I get that last couple of years awful, terrible, very very bad. While he was on that ECW brand, I give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But when Test was out in wrestling, Test was always on TV. Test didn't have all the motherfucking gold, but Test had tag team gold. He had the Intercontinental Championship. He had the European Championship. He was making his way up. He had numbers. He had Stephanie McMahon in his back pocket like this.
That
He
is
literally
true.
was at his moment to where literally if that little married thing shit actually went down, Test, there's no way in hell Test wouldn't be a world champion. At least a multiple time world champion. But after that shit and a few injuries and shit like that, because he was big and he fucked up his knees a lot and everything like that, his career went downhill from that. And I'm not saying Tupac's career did that. But after that, you didn't really pay attention to Test like that no more. So it's like his career after the Attitude Era died.
Mm-hmm.
You did not see Test no more for real, for real. Once you seen Test go to ECW, you was like, that nigga still wrestle. And then literally not even too long after, he was gone. And he wasn't even that old. Like he still had enough time in his career if he really got back into wrestling for real. He probably would have fit in the like 2011, 2015 era because anybody who had muscles could have got on TV. Think about
Fair.
this. We seen Vladimir Kozlov have a full WWE career, and all he did was a fucking headbutt.
Is that really his finisher?
Yes, his shit was a
I was saying, I don't remember
headbutt.
Kozlov finisher. Was it really just a headbutt?
Yes, it was literally a headbutt, gang. It literally was this nigga hitting his head. They called it some shit.
The only thing I remember about Kozlov was him always beefing with Triple H for some odd fucking reason.
Bro, I swear to God. Let me see if Chris, do you remember Vladimir Kozlov finishing move?
The headbutt or
Yeah, it was the headbutt.
okay, because that was one of my favorite finishes. I'm sure. Like, wait, did he have a different move? That headbutt was more of a, I can knock somebody out with this.
It's the fact that this nigga had a full WWE career off a headbutt. A headbutt. First off,
Torpedo Moscow is literally just. Hey,
I'm
started actually leaning in and dropping
the wrestling ability that Dragunov has versus the wrestling.
I would say, have you seen Dragunov versus Walter before they joined WWE? Like, no, he would fucking destroy Kozlov.
Kozlov still had it. Don't try to.
No, he did not, bro. He was a fucking slug in the ring.
Hey. For his size, it's like that's what you needed at that time.
Here's the thing, bro. I'm not saying I ain't gonna shit on Vladimir, but come on now.
Like that's no. Fuck.
Bro.
I mean, Vladimir, that's like all Solo was doing when he came in. He just was. That's it. That's all he was having to do.
No. See, here's the thing. I'm not saying it like that and everything, but like,
well, I mean,
you remember. Here's the thing. You remember what Vladimir Kozlov was like wrestling. You know the botches. You know that one botch that killed his career. You know that shit. Come on now, gang.
I think I
When
know
the
exactly.
Usos tried to get that nigga down off of the rope and everything, and he couldn't, and he just like stood on the rope like he was twitching trying to get around. You know that shit killed his career. That's why I would not compare them two niggas together. Because
I mean,
Vladimir Kozlov run could have been something, but they let that shit just continue on, and then he didn't talk, so he didn't defend himself. He just stood there and headbutt niggas.
Right, like he just, that's what I was saying, like that awkward, like him always beefing with Triple H. They would just always stare at each other. They never talk, they would just look at each other.
It was supposed to be an on-site situation.
Like if I had headphones in during the entire segment backstage, I could literally just tell that it was one-sided. Because Triple H would talk, and this motherfucker would just stand there.
Just looking at him.
Just standing there like, I can't wait to headbutt you. Like, that's what he thinking in his head. Like, I can't wait to headbutt you, gang.
Just like, throw my head into your entire skull.
Man, because that was like around the time I started watching wrestling. I swear to God, I swear he was always in like that upper main card against Triple H for some reason. And I'm like, bro, what is so special about this nigga?
The headbutt.
The headbutt, literally. He's showing you right there. That's what's special. You losing your teeth and your common sense in one go through.
Oh my God.
Now you gotta deal with it. So, I mean, hey. That's kind of like where I was going with the whole Big Show and just his punch. Like, this is all we doing now? Like, Big Show used to be minutes into
like, when he first started doing the punch, it was cold as fuck. It was like, yeah, I would expect his big ass to put somebody down. But, like, you're right, around, like, 2014, 2015, he would just punch a nigga and then start crying. He would just punch you and he would just start crying afterward for some reason.
Hey, look, man, I like them better as Paul White.
Paul White was way better. Paul White was doing top rope drop kicks and everything.
I don't know about that. Hold on.
A real
Big Show.
Big man.
I'm sorry.
Top
Big Show, when he
kick.
first debuted that mug, he snaked Edge at least 3 times.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, when he first started doing it in like 2009, 2010, it was fine. It's when we get to like 2013, 2014, 2015, where he was literally just punching niggas, they would just start crying.
He didn't need to just sneak you. It's Big Show. Big Show could just walk up on anybody and, all right, you know that's up to go punch
no,
you. But
not that, but it's like if I had a one-on-one match with Big Show, I know the nigga gonna toss me around and everything. But it's just the moment like Big Show raised his fist up, it's an immediate knockout. So any moment of life, you gotta be ready for this motherfucker to punch you in the jaw. I would flinch every moment I'm next to Big Show if I saw him in person. Just imagine Big Show hand hitting you in the fucking jaw, Bray.
If I'm not going to bed, boy, my jaw is gonna hurt like a motherfucker for weeks to come.
It's what I'm saying. It's the wrestling fear of getting hit by Mike Tyson in the jaw. Mike Tyson might literally kill you, but Big Show got a chance to give you real CTE as well. That's the issue.
It's the same size of your head. It's kind of hard to argue with that.
But now, look, you gotta ask: if we gonna talk like one more on into it, who is the Birdman of wrestling? I'm gonna be real with you.
The Birdman.
Little weird motherfucker, but he had the
Don Callis.
Don Callis, yeah, because he got Takeshita.
That nigga got a Star Prodigy team with him right now. That nigga Birdman is Don Callis.
Fletcher is currently running as the Drake right now.
He got Fletcher, he got Takeshita, he got fucking Okada, he got Wardlow before Wardlow got injured, bro. It's Callis.
Right. If he get Monet,
because he'll snake you in an instant the moment he feel like you ain't worth shit. Paul Heyman, he'll still stick with you until he finds somebody better. Don Callis, he gave you not worthy, you're gone.
Kenny would have been like his young thug, I guess, at that time.
Nah, Kenny would have been like the Wayne.
No. Takeshita is Wayne. Takeshita going in his... Well, no, Kenny would have been Wayne because Kenny and Wayne got about them reigns and championships.
And that's what I'm saying. That he brought in Takeshita to replace him, who would have been Thug.
That Thug. You got it. But still, Fletcher is Drake.
Mm.
Then you got Hachicero, who is OJ the Juice Man, because they just trying to figure out what they gonna do with him.
You got that one, Chris.
You don't know what you're doing with him, but you know damn well they're gonna turn him into a cartoon, and they're gonna call it a day. They're gonna leave it right there.
Shit. Oh.
Yeah,
Uh,
not Kenny being Wayne. That's gonna be hard to break away from that.
Now, in honor of our boy, Visionary, we gonna do the Visionary debates. Bray, Chris, y'all are finna debate against all-time greats. Y'all are finna defend Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. Who was the better wrestler?
Oh,
Both of
Bray,
y'all
you
got
know,
5 minutes.
answer this. Bray know this already. I'm not gonna do that. Me and Bray had this
Yep.
conversation 1,000 times.
Yeah,
Yep.
we have.
When? Y'all had this in the group chat, or y'all had this in here, and
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
remember
we've
that
had
shit?
this discussion on the
We've been on
pod.
the phone, on
Bret
the
versus
pod,
Shawn
everything.
Michaels?
I'm
We
pretty.
talking about.
I'm pretty sure me and LT have like both unanimously agreed on this.
It was more of a we know they're both great in their own aspect, but it's a whole different meaning when you've been doing this at a level where the other guy was halted before the turn of the millennium, and the other guy went on to do currently right now he's main guy for NXT.
Mm.
It's like, yeah, it's
Okay.
all time great. We talking all time. Sean got Brett beat, but Brett was, you know, been there, done that. Brett was doing his thing. Sean just
Mm.
so happened to do it longer. I had careers when, stopped at the same time, guaranteed. Yeah,
Right, we would have
Brett.
had a different debate, but
Oh.
it is Sean. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Brett,
I love Brett all
but
the way.
Mm.
When the
we
Calvin
got
boy,
to see Sean stop wrestling and then come back and put on arguably better matches than his first one. If niggas really want to go there,
Yeah,
it's like
I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't know enough to get the range of a Shawn Michaels
yeah,
match in any of these
Brett got
announcers.
blackballed simply because like he was trying to put himself over instead of putting over Sean at that time. But it's like it's understandable for the whole situation and reason. And then it's like the screw job. That's gonna be the one thing that's always talked about between them two and Vince. Him blatantly
I mean that's
stated
just
that.
that's wrestling history though.
That's
Right,
always
Deuce,
but
how
gonna
you
be
feeling
there.
about the topic? Who do you think, Brett or Sean?
Uh, I'm gonna say Sean. I'm not taking away from Brett. As far as technical wise, great wrestler,
Oh
you know,
yeah,
right? But I just I just like Sean better, and I'm gonna be biased, so that's just me, right?
yeah, he got the showmanship. It's like
Yeah, and
he
that's what
switched
does
it
it for
up.
me, right?
Yeah. It's like when you think about, all right, that one young guy that was coming into the business doing everything, although, yeah, Brett, it was more of a family situation.
Yeah,
And then it's like, shit, Owen is literally always going to be held at the high aspect because he went out on top.
mm-hmm.
But even Brett said Owen was the better wrestler, everything about it. He was doing it 10 times over.
Owen
It's
was
just Sean
good.
had a
He
chance.
was, man.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, Anvil too. Anvil don't get a lot of enough credit for what he does and the way he did it. It's just like, damn, had careers went full length up into where Sean
Right, we can
is.
have a different topic, but we really can't because we saw one have a career that lasted what Sean's career lasted about like 20 years or so, and then we saw one that lasted about 10 years or so. So it's really kind of hard to debate against that, you know?
Right,
Mm,
like that Brad went into
I ain't gonna lie to you.
immediately running a company or doing even something like a little bit differently. He still had that chance to be like in that right spot of light, but it's just like a lot of the way that they did it with his like even just bringing him back for that little small time being, they just use him
Yeah.
as like a prop. They don't really try to respect like what he was actually doing.
I
That's
get
why I
that.
kind of
And then I
feel
can understand.
they not only they not doing it for the reason of, oh, we just trying to make something off Owen Hart's name. No, we actually doing this tournament in honor of his craft as a
And I was gonna
professional.
say I started looking more into the Owen Hart, Foundation tournament and stuff, and it actually it does make me happy because it's like they're not doing this just to make quick monetization. No, no, no. This is a profit for this organization that his wife started to honor his memory as a professional
Right,
wrestler, like something that Owen
right.
stated multiple times he wanted. Right.
Right. No matter what, and
So it's not
that's
really,
one
yeah,
that right community behind you and actually like investing in what you're trying to promote there, and that being like to his life as not only a professional wrestler but as a person. Like when you can
right.
separate the two, but also doing it in a great light where it's just about him as a person and what he brought to professional wrestling, which is a lot. It's
Mm-hmm.
like do it the best way you can, man.
Because I think that, like that's also like the huge misconception about it is like since it was first brought up during AEW's tournament, like people just think like, oh, it's just a tournament, but it's like no, it's an entire foundation that was started way beforehand that you can literally
Yeah,
find and just go look up all the information about it.
but out of sight, out of mind. If no one's on that television aspect, WWE not promoting it for whatever fucking reason. I mean, a lot of people not gonna know about it unless they are being told or
Right, they
have.
looking for a type shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like shit. Even when you go look up some of the things, that's not one of the first things that pop up. It's usually something about the incident. So it just got to be a better little situation for things now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, bet. Let's debate this. Chris, which pay-per-view is more important? SummerSlam or the Royal Rumble?
Royal Rumble. I mean, SummerSlam, it's more of a showcase. It's a Saturday Night Live. The
Is
Royal
that?
Rumble, you actually gonna see going into actual run for this different things. Like if you actually get a chance to see like who's gonna be competing for this belt at Mania, which storylines are gonna have to have a payoff at Mania because Mania is the main payoff.
But here's the thing, though.
Yeah,
We've
cause
seen a bunch of pointless rumbles that never push shit off after that.
Right?
Think
And we
about
have
this.
seen a lot of pointless SummerSlam matches too.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
fair.
very double-edged sword right there.
That's fair. That's fair. But when you watch the Rumble, you really only give a fuck about one match. Well, now two, since
Mm-hmm.
both of those
Yeah.
matches now, since both of those sides got wrestling. But when you think of the Rumble, you're not thinking about, oh, these are gonna be matches that really matter going towards Mania, because then you go from Rumble, you go to Elimination Chamber, you go to Mania. Is it another pay-per-view in the middle of that,
Nah.
or is it
Nah.
just those
They
three?
they used to
no,
back in the day,
no.
but they've straightened it back out.
Okay,
I
so
think it was
literally,
like
you got
Armageddon.
you got three different events to get to, and one of them motherfuckers matched the most. Literally, every event, to be fair, like it circles itself around WrestleMania. So regardless to the point, you see WrestleMania no matter what way you go around this motherfucker. But what I'm saying is, SummerSlam was literally, you had to either have a good storyline or you had to have something worth fighting for to get on that shit.
Yeah,
SummerSlam,
the
once we got
storyline or
into this,
debut.
like once we got into like 2015, 2016, SummerSlams, anybody could have got on them motherfuckers. But from like 2004 to like 2011, maybe 13,
I would
you had
argue
to have
13. Yeah.
something. You had to have something worth fighting for. Edge and I think Edge and Jeff Hardy was it Edge and Jeff Hardy, or was it Edge and CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship?
Edge and Punk is Edge and no, it was
Edge and Hardy, was it Edge and
no, it's Jeff and Punk because Jeff and Edge was at Extreme Rules.
Oh yeah, for the World Championship.
Yeah.
That's when Undertaker
Yeah.
came back too. I forgot about that. But literally, you had to have something worth fighting for. Didn't John Cena fuck himself up at SummerSlam going against Batista?
I think it was that pay-per-view.
I mean,
then he came back at the Rumble.
It was like a
I
disc
think
or some shit in his neck.
Brock did something. Like went off the stairs, or which pay-per-view that was, and he like went over the rope.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, you
Brock
see,
Lesnar
guys.
versus Undertaker.
Brock Lesnar versus Roman in that match where they waltzed out the fucking forklift.
Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk.
Brock Lesnar versus Cena.
Oh yeah.
CM Punk versus Cena.
Brock Lesnar versus Randy. Daniel Bryanson versus Randy.
See, it's like we can go on and on because
Yeah, you know what? You know what?
Some momentum.
But I feel like both pay-per-views have there's a reason they're both considered one of the big 4 pay-per-views of the year. It's because it is used kind of as that pivotal middle of the year reset point where it's like, okay, we've gotten past Mania at this point, but we still have about another year before we have our next Mania, so we need to start building some other feuds up. So it's used kind of as that like huge blow off point for the year where it's like, okay, we can kind of hit like almost like a little seasonal reset, and that's why like we see like the season start every like September or so for WWE. It's because it's kind of like SummerSlam's kind of like that like season finale for the year. Then right after that, they usually will do like a draft or some shit where it kind of like shakes up everything and kind of resets things back to like a square point. Then they kind of start building stories from there, which is how they've always kind of used SummerSlam.
Exactly, and it's like I'm not denying that the Rumble, like those moments matter in an event because basically you determining who the fuck is gonna be the motherfuckers that are the main stars. Like who's the person that we believe is supposed to take down the champion that's right now. Why should I believe that Gunther could come back and win the Rumble and go get a title from Cody? Why should I believe CM Punk gonna go win the Royal Rumble and go against goddamn Seth Rollins again? I don't like that, but I mean, shit, if it happens, it happens. I ain't got no control over that shit. But
yeah, you see, and
Set up.
man, I just find, and lately I lose interest quick lately. Right? Like even still right now, I haven't watched it for a while.
I cannot do a full show anymore.
Nah, I mean,
some things has been picking up, but
and remember that's kind of been my main thing I've been kind of really discussing all year is just my like almost dissatisfaction with some of the booking decisions we've seen. Like I'm trying to give Triple H the benefit of the doubt because it's hard to book a wrestling show. I'm not gonna sit here and act like Tony Khan's booking the greatest fucking wrestling ever. But it's also like I feel like I'm getting more entertainment out of AEW right now than I have with WWE in the last few months, and that's just me personally.
Everybody seems like they got a position over there.
Again,
and I said that was the main problem with AEW when they first started, Bray. You can vouch for me on this. I've said that AEW seemed like they were signing too many motherfuckers, and it seemed like they was gonna overhaul their brand. Now, although they still do got a lot of motherfuckers, it feels like
they're starting to dwindle down on that roster and starting to extend those talents so they understand, like, we can't just be the factory where all these ex-WWE talents can just come over to because they're unsatisfied with what they're doing over there and want to get paid more. We have to, and that's like one thing like they've even said about Tony and his recent deciding like factors. Like he was like, when Stephanie Vicard did that shit last year, like that really fucked him up because. And I learned this the other day. She burned 3 bridges. She burned multiple bridges to sign to WWE. She fucked over AEW. She fucked over New Japan. She fucked over CMLL, and I think they said it was another promotion. It was Ref Pro. And like they said, like ever since then, like he's been really skeptical about like who the fuck he signs because he doesn't want another situation like that where he's. Bringing somebody in and giving them all this airtime just for them to join the opposition or join, not, be like, oh, I'm not going to sign. When it's like, I just gave you a shit ton of free clout.
Yeah, you definitely put me on TV, and I'm going to be on TV again next week.
Right, for a whole different company.
Like
that's fucked up.
I mean, hey.
And I get treated like a star over here.
Debuted over there at AEW, and just so happened.
Oh, she just knew she was going to get her way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
She knew she was gonna get that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. As soon as she got to the motherfucking company, she was like, "Oh yeah, all this shit mine." They gonna have to put a poster
No,
right up there.
Sean was right there waiting. Like you're
Sean
going to
right there
NXT.
waiting for everybody. Shit, Sean as a promoter now, he Birdman because he just be like, I'm just
For real, that
saying.
nigga just be somebody said he just be scrolling through Instagram reels and seeing all the thing baddies pop up on his timeline and just be like, "Yep, I can sign her. I can sign her. I can sign her. I can sign her."
Yeah, Shawn Michaels just signing any
Sean's
goddamn
cabaret.
body.
But
HBK's
yeah, I don't know.
cabaret is crazy.
I've been
Sean is the R. Kelly.
Sean's R. Kelly.
Nah, Shawn Michaels might be signing a bunch of young motherfuckers, but we ain't never seen Shawn with nobody young.
Sean ain't got
Hell,
none of those situations. There's been too
shit,
many old
hell, if we gonna
brothers.
say somebody R. Kelly, it's goddamn Ric Flair ass. Ric Flair
Yeah.
be some old enough to be his niece. To be his niece's kids. I'm sorry.
I guess the next big topic we can really talk about is this coming up weekend for pay-per-views just from AEW and WWE with WrestlePalooza and All Out.
WrestlePalooza, I don't know how I feel about that.
You know what? I'll give it one thing. They got a stacked ass card. I'll say that they got a stacked ass card.
It's stacked, but I don't think it's. I think the way that they gonna try to.
Because what? It's only 5 or 6 matches announced so far. Because I think AEW has like almost damn near 10 for just the main card.
And you got old classic Cena and Lesnar again.
But John Cena ain't the John Cena that we seen when we saw them good ass matches. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
John
but he kind
Cena-
of gave us a glimpse of that with his match against Cody at SummerSlam. Like we kind of got to see that old Cena somewhat pop out.
And his match with Sami Zayn on
Pulling out
SmackDown.
moves
It
That
was
match
good.
with Sami Zayn on
I'ma give you that.
SmackDown was good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Sami Zayn US Open Challenge match was pretty good. But what I'm saying, like the speed, agility, the strength and shit like that.
We not seeing that same Cena we saw in 2015.
So it's like I don't
No.
care as much about that as much as I would have cared about a match with AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Because John Cena, all he got to do is just basically just speed and outwork Brock Lesnar.
Right,
He
with AJ,
actually
he
gotta
would have had to
fight.
play that slower match because he's like, I know I can't out wrestle AJ.
Wow.
Yes, he was going like, nigga, you got to get down with me if you want to beat
Right.
me. Or else I'm sending your ass home with an L. Like, nigga, I could have beat you for the WWE Championship if I knew you was going to bring this shit to the table.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena going to actually have to bust his ass to make sure that somebody is not taking him off his P's and Q's.
So I will say this, since we are talking about WrestlePalooza, how do we feel about Drew McIntyre versus Cody? Because if I'm going to be honest, if Drew loses his shit again, I feel like I have to give up hope on Drew ever winning a fucking world championship.
I gave up on Drew a while ago.
And that's understandable. I mean, like, shit, he's been on the World Heavyweight Championship run since 2022 and has not won. He's won the title for 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Company. Through the
So
pandemic,
it's CM Punk now.
just for them to turn around and do this. But it's like,
But I
hey,
feel like it was
the
different with
big-
Punk because,
unless they
one,
feel
when
like
he came back to wrestling, he held the AEW World Championship like 4 or 5 times, three times. I feel like, with Punk, he kind of came over to WWE like, I really don't care about championships. Like, if y'all want to give me one, y'all can give me one. But I feel like with Drew, why isn't he a world champion? He's shown us multiple times that he can put on great fucking matches. And they keep setting, and it's not my issue that Drew hasn't won. It's the fact that they keep setting him up in these world championship predicaments just to lose.
But here's the thing. I get that. And I'm not saying that that's not completely, like, not the picture on it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I think about this, when it comes to CM Punk and it comes to championship gold, I'm sorry. I'm not saying he a stuck-up jackass. I'm not saying he a fucking... He just want to munch off of his motherfucking success that the younger guys are putting up. But there's no way in hell you not telling me CM Punk didn't win a world championship too.
Nah.
I'm just saying he held his gold in AEW. I give him that. He held that bitch like what, 4 times?
I think it was like 3.
He held that bitch 3 different times. Not too many motherfuckers can be a 3-time world
For only
champion.
being over there for, at that point, it would have been like 2 years when he would have left.
In that short amount of time, Jey Uso. Wait, Kofi Kingston won his championship in what year? 2020, 2019?
2019.
Kofi Kingston ain't been in the picture since. CM Punk left, came back, and was able to win 3 championships in less than 2 years. Kofi Kingston has only touched tag team gold. He ain't even touched the mid-card title. I ain't seen this nigga look at the U.S. or the U.S. or the Intercontinental Championship not once.
Yeah, I think the last time he looked at that motherfuckers was like 2015, 2014.
He ain't looked that way since for the mid-card. He was like, I'm not going to the mid-card getting lost again. I'm staying in the tag team, nigga. You and me, we eat together, nigga. You don't do shit without me.
You need to be at peace.
I'm sorry. Ain't no way in hell.
Let's talk about the way that he lost the belt.
But Drew McIntyre coming back into the game and everything, I could see that being something that we talking about having a real discussion on. But at the same time, there's no way in hell Drew McIntyre gonna fall that short into irrelevancy.
No, he's never gonna fall into irrelevancy, but it makes the fans start just questioning, like, will he ever win a championship? Or is he always just gonna be that guy who shows us, like, oh, I can be a great champion, but I can't ever stick the big one.
Drew McIntyre. Here's the thing: we don't know with WWE sometimes. This motherfucker could win the Rumble this year. I'm gonna be real with you. Everybody, it's only 3 motherfuckers that you would genuinely want to see win the Rumble. CM Punk, cause I'm gonna get my get back on you, Seth, one way or another. Fuck it. If that's what y'all gonna lead this to, let them niggas go against each other. Let them niggas hug it out or some shit like that, but get over it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause CM Punk them been back for how many years now? Damn near 3.
We'll be at 2 with this coming November.
Damn near 2 years. Damn, that nigga did a lot in less than 2 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyways, boys, I hate to cut this, but I gotta grab my son.
Oh no, man, you all good?
You all good, man. Hey, we appreciate you, man, for stopping on in. Hey, we gonna get in touch with you a little bit sooner, man. Always.
Oh, hey, anytime. I'm always ready.
Hey, man, we appreciate it. Yeah, we definitely gonna hit you up in the next couple of months for sure to get you back on here.
I'll be back on for sure, guaranteed. Love it.
Bet it up, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks for stopping by, brother. Have a great one.
All right, you guys too, man. Peace.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then we gonna finish it up with one last debate. We all gonna pick a random match. Y'all not gonna tell us who it is. You just gonna debate why this match is better.
Matches of 2025 or just matches of all time?
All time.
Ah, fuck.
Oh. Damn, Bray.
The first one off the top of your head. Not your GOAT match, just the first one you can think of.
I got one. I mean, I got a few GOAT matches. I mean, this one I don't.
I just watched this one last night, so I'm ready to talk about how great it was.
All right, bet. Go for it.
Revolution 2025, Mariah May versus Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship in the Hollywood's ending.
Telling me about this shit.
Nigga, so I finally got to watch that shit fully through yesterday with Sav, and oh my fucking god. That match was so goddamn good.
The girls out there eating.
These hoes was killing each other, bro. Like, literally, they was just hitting shit. Like, I was, like, literally watching, I'm like, damn. Okay, I see why people said this is, like, one of the best women's matches this year, if not of, like, all time. Like, it's one of them ones. Like, it was a really good-ass match. I really enjoyed it. Like me and Sav kind of just looked at each other once we finished, and we were like, okay, yeah, we get the hype behind that one. It was just stellar. Like, it was just fast-paced. I feel like it didn't overstay its welcome. Like, it was very fast-paced. There wasn't really any downtime. Like, you could tell this was them really like, all right, I'm sick of your ass that's in this feud. And that's really what they set out to do, was kill one another. And, fuck, they did it. So, yeah, that's mine for sure.
Okay. ALC, what you think?
I would have to say one match that I always go back to because you can tell the chemistry in the ring. It's like it's there. And they hold each other through and through with it. Ray and Eddie, Halloween Heck.
Yeah.
It's not too much I even got to say about it. It's one
I
of
would say
those
honestly, you
matches
really don't even got to
it's
talk
like,
about that. I mean, that's just one of those really great matches.
well, yeah. Well, let me switch it up. You know, one match that I do have to say because a lot of people not are going to be able to watch it based off a lot of his stuff being taken down, but Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit has some of the greatest matches with each other. Like a lot of Kurt Angle catalog isn't up because him and connected in the ring. It's like a lot of those matches you didn't get to see what real graps look like in that day and age because it's like shit. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know, you do certain things and you can't get away from that. But it's like where his matches not even be mentioned within a lot of the greatest of those because they got some shit. They really had some stuff going. Them, Lance Storm. I mean, it's hard to get around all of that, but it's like this was before you got a glimpse of what Kurt looked like in TNA.
Just kind of showing like that advanced level that Kurt really could wrestle at if he really wanted to turn it up to like 12.
Oh, yeah, like Kurt.
Yeah, but then again,
I'm not saying like Kurt wasn't always tweaking before that, but like it kind of really showed like he could get down, like what we saw with his TNA run.
Somebody that's better than him in the ring with him, and he know they better than him at what he does. Kurt he gonna show his ass. He gonna pull out the moves that you haven't seen him do in a minute. Kurt ain't gonna throw too many Germans with Ray. He gonna just flip Ray over and Ray gonna land on his head a few times. Him against Chris and shit, Eddie in general, he had to actually wrestle his ass off because he know they not gonna let him get it too easy. Like, yeah, he gonna work the moves and everything, but shit, Lance Storm, shit, Jerry Lee, even Kid Cash. Kid Cash was one of my favorites growing up in TNA because like what the man could literally do.
Yeah.
He's still a technical like brawler, but he can still pull out a lot of that high flying shit. He ain't got to just like do flips and everything the whole time. He was still really pulling out different moves.
True. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying I would throw the Undertaker into that. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. Undertaker right there for sure. Like that goes without question. I didn't even think I really needed to say Undertaker. You know, that's
I was
one
gonna
of
say
those.
just because Ruthless Aggression and Attitude Era, they both had some good ass back and forth matches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a decent like little layover between the two where it's basically right at that turning point. I'm gonna say 97 to about 02, 03. But 02 is a lot more memorable than the 03 run for a lot of different reasons, and you know, it's just great years for wrestling. When you see like, all right, this is where we transitioning from going into this whole, this is where we about to be. Now everybody's really seeing like, all right, this wrestling, this product over here is different from this here. You're not gonna see the same thing here than what you do see there. Like, yeah, they were trying to do all the extra gimmicks and stuff like that, but that's because they were running out of ideas for shit. You got a lot of different people doing a lot of different things for good reason.
Agreed. Yeah.
Nah, for sure. Well, boys, 1 full year with each other. And as y'all see the Dropkick Militia merch. Should we go ahead and tell them what we got, what we're working on?
I think it's still a little too early.
Oh, well. Yeah, right. Let me leave that.
I think it's still a little too early. So if we don't do it next week, we can do it the week after that, which would be the 28th, which leads into that first week of October, or we can do it the first Sunday of October, which would be the 5th.
First Sunday, October 5th. That way,
okay.
I can have that, you know, prepped.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 weeks time is when we will make the official announcement.
See, I was trying to get y'all the sauce too early.
I was like, you trying to give him shit. We still got it in the works, brother.
See, y'all think I'm
That's
the
why I
heel.
didn't post something. I was like,
See,
no.
Bray just had his heel moment with
It's
y'all. Y'all better
always
boo
a
this
group
nigga.
They can
conversation.
boo me all they fucking want. I'm showing them shit that's fully ready to be shown.
See,
That's the best part about it. That way, it's already there and it's done.
yeah, so y'all can see it in person
Like
and
we
everything.
talked
Actually,
about it last night. Yeah,
yeah, nah,
that's why like even after once we do go into the B-roll, I got a few things I want to show. 'Cause it's just a little test. It's just a little test.
well, I can't wait another second. So, ladies and gentlemen, as y'all know, I'm Jay the Kid. That's Broke Boy Bray. We got my boy in here, LC for 773. And this has been 1 year of 4 Ropes Full podcast live stream. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Chris, you want to take us out?
Thank you.